You're listening to Eat, Play, Sex with Dr. Kat, the place to up-level that sexy life of yours, with expert talk on sex, love, and nutrition.
So if any of you follow me on Instagram at Sex Love Yoga, I take followers' questions and put them to my guest experts. So I have a couple here. The first question is, my boyfriend wants to open the relationship, and I don't know if I want that or if it's just insecurity coming up. How can I tell the difference?
Ooh. Yeah, that's a great question, right? It's that me, my partner, and the relationship. Is opening up the relationship a good thing for me? Is it a good thing for him? Is it a good thing for the relationship? How do you know? And by opening it up, you are experimenting. And the experiment could go a way you don't want it to go, right? I would ask this person, the woman who's asking this question, what do you want to achieve by doing this? And what will happen if you don't achieve, or if you achieve the opposite? How will you deal with it? Just be prepared, because there's the old joke, I think it's a Woody Allen joke, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. Nothing's going to go the way you're expecting it to for the most part in life. And that's the hard thing to get used to. But the good news is you'll find out, like you'll be setting this birdie free if this bird belongs to you or not.
Oh, wow. I would also tag in there, maybe see a therapist. Or one of my favorite books, More Than Two. It helps to navigate the complexity of those when you do open them up. Yeah. But
both people have to want to do it, right? You can't open up a relationship if only one person wants it open.
No, definitely. That doesn't work. I think they call that something else.
If you don't want that, then it's not something that will, unless you're really deluding yourself, it's not something that is going to help you. But it will help you to learn about yourself, even though it might be a very painful process.
Yeah, that's true. It'll be a hard container for evolution. Okay, second question. How do I get the passion back in my marriage after we've been together for 5 years?
Oh, I wrote a whole chapter on that in the book. It didn't fit in the documentary, so I devoted an entire chapter because there are ways, and there are passion experts that hold classes for couples. And I went and observed one of these classes, and I was really curious what went on there. And I detail it in the book. I was wondering, is it going to be an orgy? Is it going to be a weird spiritual chant, around a bonfire? And there's a couple of things that went on, but primarily what they do at the passion seminars is help couples recalibrate their masculine and feminine polarity. What happens over time is habituation sets in. You become very much alike, and the more alike you become, the less passion there is, because we're attracted to that opposite pole. And if you have lost or subverted your ability to be feminine or masculine, and you become more and more like your partner, you've got to be able to go back to your corners, at least when you want to be passionate. Yeah. Here's an example. The work environment is a masculine environment, so everyone is masculine. And so the person who's the more feminine one in the relationship comes home and is still masculine. Well, two masculines don't really get excited the way that a masculine and a feminine do. So you have to learn how to shift back into your feminine when you're back home and want to become intimate again. So that's one way. Another thing that is going on, there's a psychologist named Arthur Aaron who did a lot of research on passion. And he found that one of the best ways to increase passion is to introduce a novel physical activity to the partners. In other words, find a new hobby that both people want to do that you haven't done before, and go do it. Take up ballroom dancing or golf or skiing or swimming or surfing or hiking. Something, it has to be physical and new, and both people have to want to do it. And what happens is, what Art Aaron did is he had couples bounce around on these little kiddie bouncy balls, and then would test them before and after about where their passion level was. And it went up just by bouncing around on these bouncy balls, because they're laughing and having fun. And if you go, let's say you go to an amusement park and go on a roller coaster and you're having fun and screaming, or go to a comedy club and you're laughing, you transfer these good feelings to your partner. You associate them with your partner, and it increases your energy and your enjoyment of each other and your passion. And so that was a very specific thing that Art Aaron suggested people do. And it's essentially just doing what you used to do when you dated someone.
Yeah.
Because dating is going and doing fun things together. And then once you connect, you stop doing those fun things that you used to do that used to increase your passion, and you wonder where the passion went.
Yeah. Oof. I love that. I think that actually answered more of the third question too. The last question is there a way I can make myself more sexually attractive to my wife? She just doesn't want to have sex anymore.
Yeah, I'll go back to the beginning of the conversation. It was try listening to her for a week.
Yeah.
For 1 week. It's like a vitamin that she needs to be passionate. She needs to connect with you on an emotional level by you actively seeing her and acknowledging that you see her and feel what she's feeling. That does more than anything to rekindle a connection between two people. And it's hard. It's really counterintuitive. It's really difficult for the masculine brain to just shut up and listen, but do it. Shut up. Just, honey, how was your day? Tell me how you're feeling. That will do more than anything. It costs you nothing to try it. You don't have to try any of these things I've suggested today unless you want to be a little happier.
Lovers, thank you again for tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, hit subscribe and head over to eatplaysex.com to connect with me and grab my sexy guides. Because my goal here is to get you to eat, play, and sex better, so you can improve your sex life, which will improve every aspect of your life. Until next time, keep it sexy.